Good evening. Welcome to the evening news. I'm your host for tonight, Catvboy Kunhua. In the news. Today marks the New Year's Day of the Chinese calendar. The Chinese zodiac, known as Zhengjiao, is based on a 12-year cycle, each year in that cycle related to an animal sign. This year marks the year of the pig. The pig represents luck, overall good fortune, wealth, honesty, general prosperity, symbolizing a hard-working, peace-loving person there who is truthful, generous, indulgent, patient. Holy shit, if you call someone a pig in China, I guess that's a compliment. Man. Anyway, however, the symbol is also paired with the elementals. They are metal, water, wood, fire, and earth. This is the year of fire. So this is the year of the fire pig, which means it's an entire year dedicated to pork barbecue. Yes, I can get into that. This is my year. Okay, speaking of having big barbecue and eating tons of meat, this past weekend was, of course, the Super Bowl, which marked the least active and lowest scoring Super Bowl in history. For the first 3 quarters, there was no touchdown. Oh, no touchdown. Critics said both teams played like they knew the winner was going to have dinner at the White House. Now, after New England won the game shortly after scoring the only touchdown, the press asked Julian Edelman, this year's most valuable player, if he intended to go to the White House to celebrate. And he said, dude, we have money. If we want a pile of Big Macs, we'll just go to McDonald's. We're millionaires. We don't have to go there. Yeah.
Take out there,
Yeah, okay. Also, last week, Democratic Governor of Virginia, Ralph Northam, has found himself caught in a controversy as of last Friday. His 1984 medical school yearbook entry went viral as it featured an image of a man in blackface and a man with a KKK hood and robe. The governor initially accepted responsibility and offered an apology. Then he reversed course and claimed he did not believe that the controversial image featured him at all. And during a press conference, he did admit to using blackface while dressing up as Michael Jackson. During the press conference, as he made this stunning confession, the governor of Virginia was actually going to demonstrate his imitation of Michael Jackson by moonwalking in front of the press, to which his wife abruptly talked him out of it, saying, no, don't do that. Just how deep of a hole do you want to dig for yourself? Anyway, this entire episode of what happened to Governor Northam brings to mind some advice for people who are presently thinking, hey, you know that thing you did when you were young and really stupid, and you're presently thinking about opening up about doing that thing to the general public because you want to share with people how much you've grown as a person since then. Well, based on other people's experience with doing this, don't do that. No, just sit on it. Yeah, sit on it, Potsy. Do not share that thing. And be grateful that when you were young and stupid, that social media did not exist back in those days. Capture everything. And by the way, for the record, if I ever open up about the dumb things I did when I was a teenager, I would probably wind up on a no-fly list, so forget it. No. Okay, for anyone hoping for some extra comedy on a Tuesday night, good news, the State of the Union address will be right after Lauren's Live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's guaranteed that a great deal of fodder will be tossed to various late-night comedians as Trump makes his attempt to butter up this gigantic clusterfuck that is known as the State of the Union. After the American government has suffered the longest shutdown in its history, and it's staring at another one in the face only a week from now, President Trump is going to stand before Congress, a building that he was disinvited by Nancy Pelosi from, and read off a prepared speech in some laughable attempt at bipartisan unity with all of the enthusiasm and sincerity of Bart Simpson delivering a book report to something he obviously never read. It's not that Trump will obviously be speaking with someone else's words that is upsetting critics. Every president uses prepared words that were written by professional speechwriters. It's just that it's very likely this is the first time in history these current speechwriters had to spend a great deal of time badgering the president that you've got to use these words instead of going off script and tell everyone to go fuck themselves. I'm going to build a wall with your children's bones.
Oh, gosh. Oh.
So, that's the way you wish it wasn't. I'm Catboy Kuinhua.